And we are back. We're here for another hair tutorial. Today is going to be Bean's turn.
Yes.
And I found this super cute style on Pinterest that I wanted to try in her hair and see how it works and show you guys how to do it. So stay tuned. Alright guys, so what I did was sprayed her hair with some water and then I put in my Cantu leave-in conditioning cream because it is winter. Her hair is getting a little more dry around this time. So I did that, and then we're going to make two parts. Now I started parting already, but I wanted to let you guys know, depending on how long the hair is where or how big you're going to be making these side parts. Or actually it's up to your preference, but what you want to do is make sure that these side parts that we're making can go over to the other side of the head. So if it like reaches over to the other side, that's perfect enough length. So if you part it, like say you part it way down here and you just have this little bit of hair, you still need to be able to bring it over to the side. This doesn't reach totally. This kind of goes to the middle of her head, a little over from the middle of her head, but it's not going to reach where we need it to. So you want to make these parts big enough so the hair reaches over to the other side. I hope that makes sense, but hopefully it does, because that's what the goal is, to get this hair to reach the other side and to get this side to reach this side. So if your middle part is smaller or bigger, it doesn't matter. That's okay. The style will still work and it'll look the same. You'll have either a big part in the middle or a skinny one, and that's okay. So what I did with her is I actually went like the tip of her eyebrow, the inner eyebrow, and I'm just parting it down, trying to get it as even as I can. And I'm just gonna go all the way back to the back of the head. And as you go down, you wanna make sure your parts are going to be reaching to the other side. This last part though, it doesn't have to necessarily reach to the other side. It can just come into the middle, the way the style works. So, this is what I did for this side. I just started showing your pretty face at the tip of her eyebrow over here by her nose, and I brought it back all the way to the back. So I'm just going to clip this up because we don't need it right now. And we're gonna make the same part, the same width and everything that you did on this side over here. So all I did was the same thing on this side. I'm trying to get you guys to see this part here. The same thing, I just went all the way back to down here. So I'm just gonna clip this side up because we're going to be working with the middle part first. Alright, so now what we're going to do, let me move you a bit closer here. Now what we're going to do is slick down this whole middle section all the way to the ponytail here at the end. So I'm going to get some of my edge control just for these little hairs up here that she has. And then my little brush, we're just gonna be brushing this hair all the way back. Just bring it all back. You wanna brush it down and smooth it down as best as possible, because you won't be able to come back and do this later. Once we start the hairstyle, you won't be able to fix this middle part. So you want to make sure your lines are even how you want them, and that this part is slicked back all the way. And then you put the ponytail in here, down at the bottom. You're going to put in a rubber band. And there you go. So we have the two side parts. I just pulled all the middle part all the way down. I use my brush to slick it down as best as possible all the way to the back and just put in a ponytail down here. My parts aren't perfect, but it gets the job done. I'm not a professional, people. I told you this, not a professional. Just trying to get new cute styles for the little ones. All right, so after that, we're going to be making some boxes along these sides. So I'm going to start with this side first. Wet it down. It's always easier to work with her hair wet. And you want to make a pretty decent sized box. You want to like medium size. Try not to mess your middle part up. So we got ourselves a little part here. Now since we're going to be going around the ear and there's going to be less space to work with, I usually kind of make triangle parts and not really boxes, because it's always pointy down here where there's less space, less hair than up here. So I just got a little edge control on my finger here, just pulling up all her little hairs. And get our elastic and put it in. Okay. Now as you can see, this piece will reach over to this side. So I parted it just enough to reach it over. If I went farther down here, these little pieces wouldn't reach. Okay, so we're going to actually create the first box on the other side as well. So you want to make sure your boxes are lined up here. So try to either do it with your eyes, guess it, use the comb, whatever works for you. Just try to make sure your boxes are even. There you go. You just want to make sure they're even. Wherever you're putting them, try to make sure they are even. So what I'm going to do now is take this one and put a twist in it. You can do twists, you can do a braid, or you could just leave it, but I think either a braid or a twist would look best. And her hair is so thin and there's not much of it, I usually go with twists for small sections like this instead of braids with her. Twirl the end just so it doesn't come undone, and you can leave it like that. Just kidding, don't leave it like that. It's goofy, ain't it?
Yes.
All right, so after we have that one, we're gonna make our second box on this side. You want it to be pretty much the same size as your first one. Okay, so we have this next section here. Just get all these little hairs into the ponytail without messing up the middle part. And you're going to bring this first box on the other side that's twisted over to this section and put in your elastic. Try to line it up with the first one you made. Wherever you put that one, you want it to line up. All right, and there you go. That's the first one. So now we're going to move to the second box on the other side and do the same thing. We're going to take this one and cross it over. I'm going to twist it first.
It's supposed to.
Get a little cream on the end and just twist it around my finger so it stays. And then make my box on this side. You want to keep them lined up together. I always try to measure it out like this. I'm bad at measuring things just by my eye, just looking at them. Not very good at that. Get my little ponytail here. You're going to bring this first box, cross it over to this side. Put in your elastic. And there you go. As you can see, tilt your head down, honey. As you can see, we are just crossing over the twists on top of this middle part. So you're just crossing it back and forth. So with this second one, we're going to cross it over with the third box over here, and the same way with this one, and then go down all the way to the end, and then your end boxes will be able to just be put into this ponytail back here in the middle. So I'm going to do the rest of these. I'm going to probably speed up this part of the video. I'm going to do the rest, and then I'll show you the last ones, or I'll show you the end result. So we will be back. Now with this last one here, you're going to just twist it, and you can put it, you can either wrap it around the ponytail, you could put it in the little ponytail, but you're just going to take these last ones. They're not going to crisscross. You're just going to put them all together. So let me finish this and I will show you the end results. So we have, I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did 5. So the fourth one, you're going to bring over to the fifth box. That's the last one you're going to cross over. You can undo the ponytail back here, or you could just put another rubber band in over top of that one. So just get your last 2 ponytails and add them all together down here. And you are done. That is it. That's all you have to do. It's pretty simple. All you're doing is making your parts and connecting it to the second or third or fourth box on the other side. You're just crisscrossing them, either braids or twists. Okay, let them see your head, honey. And you're just gonna go all the way down to the back, and then just join them all together in a ponytail, and then you'll have a little low ponytail in the back. And that will complete this hairstyle. Alright guys, and thank you for watching. That is the end of our video today. I hope you liked the style. Give us a thumbs up if you did. Consider subscribing, and you guys will be able to see more styles like this to come. We are going to try a whole bunch of different ones. I like finding styles that aren't necessarily for their hair type, hers and Nova's hair type, and then making it, like tweaking it and making it be able to be for their hair type, because I see so many styles. I actually found this style on Pinterest. It's a pretty easy one, and it can go, I think, into anyone's hair type as long as the hair is long enough. All you got to do is part it correctly so the hair on this side will reach to this side, and that's it. So if you guys have any other suggestions that you want us to try, you can find us on Instagram at my3heferopuffs, same way it's spelled here, or we're on Facebook, the same way it's spelled here, facebook.com, my3heferopuffs. And that'll be it for today. I hope you guys liked the video. Make sure you subscribe if you want to see more, and like the video.
Give it a thumbs up.
Give it a thumbs up. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.